While the iRacing official series take a break, the Apex Racing League GT3 trophy motors on as the series heads to Spa for round 5 of the championship. And after winning last time out, Corentin Lazine looking for a race win at his home circuit and perhaps the championship lead midway through the season. Welcome to the Apex Racing TV esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick, and alongside me is David Sampson. Hopefully you are all having a very pleasant week 13 and enjoying the iRacing update. But like I said, David, there's no stopping for us, and we head to a circuit which doesn't copy any of the official series this week, but it's Spa, so everyone should be prepared for this one, hopefully.
Yeah, great track, good track for GT3s. I think we're going to see a good mix of cars, brings drivers to their best. It's one of the most they're going to have logged miles on, I think, historically. But yeah, we've got the new lighting system. This is one of the latest No, it had an R update, right? Or was it a rescan?
I think it was a rescan, yeah, because they changed their rouge, right? And the barriers and stuff. So.
Yeah, this can be... I'm excited to see how the broadcast looks.
Yes, yeah, we've been trying to figure out on the preview stuff, does it look any different? We'd appreciate if you guys could let us know if you notice any differences with the new lighting. But let's have a look at what happened last time out at Hockenheim. Was round 4 of the championship and was one of our 60-minute races, and it was a very good start, of course, for Corentin Lazine. He took pole position and he led from turn 1, but it wasn't so good for one of our championship contenders, Leon Mishka, spinning around in the early stages.
Yeah, it's tough. There was a lot of cars on grid. This is a circuit. Whoa, it's opportunistic on lap 1 because it's quite hard to overtake. And oh yeah, I remember this. Yeah, it's tough. I thought once we got a rhythm to the race, it was a very good race. But yeah, it's these incidents that, I mean, it causes a lot more Hockenheim than it should.
Yeah, this was an absolute mess in the hairpin. Of course, was going well for Lazine and Tabone. They built a gap about 3 seconds before the pit stops. Little moment here for Tokyo, who got a couple of penalties, had some incidents in the early laps, threading the needle between a couple of the Cold Ice esports drivers, just about finding a gap and managing to gain a position on that occasion. And yeah, he was pulling moves throughout the race after dropping back in the early stages. But you called it right from the start. The pit lane entry was a big problem, and 3 of the leaders in the Pro-Am category all got a 40-second hold.
Yeah, I wish I was just a wizard, but it changed. The entry line had changed, and I mean, it's contentious in iRacing on what tracks offer it. I mean, we know like Brands Hatch and I can't think off the top of my head right now, Red Bull Ring. There's a few places where you need to know. Because otherwise in practice or previous seasons, how you've been entering pit lane, it's going to catch you out. The day Watkins Glen do it, I'm going to lose 1,000 die rating.
It was a fantastic pit stop for your Tortoise. He moved up into 2nd place despite being 3 seconds back. He moved into 2nd, lost it. However, this was a close call for Pindle. Very nearly hit the wall through the fast right-hander. And of course we had this phenomenal battle between Tillman and Korshevin, which went all the way from 10 minutes to go to the checkered flag.
I loved this because, you know, Lucas Tillman, very fast guy, very aggressive. So to see someone going toe-to-toe with him and giving as much as he got was fantastic.
And also being pressured was Lazine. He held the lead really from start to finish, but that was as close as Timoni got for the whole race, and it was on the last lap that he launched that attack. Also went for a move here into the Mercedes grandstand section, but he just could not make a move. The Ford was fast enough down the straights, and Lazine held on for a 2nd race win of the season. This was the conclusion of the Tillman-Korshevin battle. Korshevin managed to get underneath and managed to get past. However, that little bump did get him a penalty. So Tillman did get the position in the end. And hopefully we see more of that battle, because that was some entertaining racing.
It was, let's say, yeah, we know Lucas leaves exactly a car's width and always goes for it. He's a very fast guy, so yeah, to see him having to fight like that was a great way to end a race.
Let's have a look at how the standings look then going into this round, how they were at the end of Hockenheim. And it is still Tillman at the top, but Lacine cutting down that margin quite a bit in that previous round. And if he has a repeat of last week's results today, he could potentially even take the championship lead. Your thoughts is there in third, Tabone in fourth, and Viella in fifth.
Yeah, obviously we know Viella and Tabone, like taking up the 4 and 5 position, can win races, so it's still a lot to play for.
And in the Pro-Ams, as it stands, we have got Robin Bist, but only 2 points clear of Alexei Bari. It's been Frederick Kokok, though, the one who's been in the best form. You'd almost back him to take the lead of the championship today. Nova and Maya in fourth and fifth.
Yeah, agreed. Again, very hard to pick there. Yeah, you'll see my pick for today, but
yes,
it's very tight in the Pro-Am battle for sure.
And Occhipinzi, despite not having a great last couple of rounds, is still at the top. I mean, again, I cannot stress enough just how chaotic this amateur class has been. To be fair to Livingston, he's been on the podium for 3 of the 4 rounds, but the other round he did absolutely dreadfully. He barely finished. So really, loads of drivers are in play. You can see that the top 5, not much separating them in the slightest. And in the teams championship, we currently have Valkyrie competition. Again, really close, only 8 points ahead of Delatraz.
Yeah, this is excellent, isn't it?
They actually overtook Delatraz in the previous round to take the lead.
Yeah, and Impulse, very strong drivers, absolute most ace-lift. Obviously, we see in every league we do. Again, very strong team, so I don't think we can count it out yet. Obviously, yeah, Valkyrie and Delatraz have been showing that they can heavy hit every race, so they're going to be very tough to top.
So, of course, we head to Spa for this round of the championship. It's round 5 of the season. We still have Donington, Long Beach, and Imola remaining every 2 weeks. Apart from the last 2, actually, they're back-to-back. But the other rounds have a couple of weeks between them. So, yeah, will be some tight and twisty circuits to end the season. This one, really the last proper Grand Prix circuit that we have for the season.
So the season deciders at Donington?
No, Imola.
Oh, Imola. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm going wrong around. Okay, yeah, I love Imola.
Yes. Weirdly, it seems to always be the season finale in ARL leagues. In Porsche Cup, it was the season finale a lot. It's just coincidence, I think. In the format, of course, we've got the 2 races today. It's the format B. So we've got 25-minute race 1, 30-minute race 2, but the top 10 are inverted from the race 1 grid. It's usually a very fun challenge. At Road Atlanta, we had that format as well. So we will see how the drivers get on. And it's going to be dry for today, and sunny as well. So not too much of that element to think about, and very cool as well, only 65 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we're going to see some lap times. We're going to see some lap times, that's for sure.
Yeah. And of course, a shout out to Apex Racing Academy. And part of Apex Racing Academy's Sebring 12 hours offer is free GTD setup. So if you are looking for GTD setups for any of the 9 cars which are covered, just go over to apexracingac.com /Sebring-2025, and you can put in your email, and once the setups are ready, they will be emailed over to you. Also, Jamie Fluke did a good track guide as well to help you get up to speed in the GTDs. Are you racing in the GTDs, you reckon, for the Sebring 12 hours? Have you decided?
Well, we decide as a team. Well, I tell them and then we decide.
Sure.
I think so, yeah. I wanted to give the GTPs a quick test, and I did, and while I enjoyed it, I just don't have the time anymore. I don't have time to learn it all and get ready and prepare sets. So yeah, we're going to go GTD.
And of course, you can also take part in the Sebring 2.4 hours next week as well. It will be broadcast by us from here, same time slot pretty much as this. So free entry, just head over to apexracingleague.com in order to sign up. I think we've already had about 100 sign-ups, so do that nice and soon. Let's have a look at a couple of the previous moments here from Spa from years gone by. Of course, yeah, it's a fairly big one, this one. And, I mean, it's Spa. It's very tricky to talk about this circuit because everything's been said that could be said.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, obviously, making big decisions here, especially on lap 1 with the netcode and the cold tyres, you really got to either... you got to judge how much it's important to you to get by the person you're battling. long run again. Very opportunistic on lap 1 with the draft. I mean, there's not a hell of a lot of draft, but wow, we're not going to see any of this in GT3, I don't think, anymore.
No, I think the SR10 has one of the strongest slipstream models of any of the newer cars in iRacing. So there was some nice four-way battling there. And then also a little bit of side-by-side action. This was in the European Sports Car Championship in the LMP2s.
Left hand has completely changed the game. I think it really opens up both corners, even this corner, because the car on the outside can take a wider line in, so create some good racing.
And then it's all about the middle sector through Brussels and No Name. Do you prefer No Name with the rescan? A bit more sort of gravel out there. It's a bit more clear what the track limit is.
Yeah. I think I prefer it. Before you used to just take a...
it was almost like a valley cross, like Joker lap, wasn't it?
Correct,
You could sort of take an extra 3/10.
I remember there was talk about protests if you were deliberately doing it. Well, my response was, that's the only reason we do it. We deliberately do it.
Yeah.
You were taking, it's like Hockenheim T1. You sometimes take the 1X to get a performance boost. A performance 1X, that's what I was going to call it.
A little bit more Radicals action here. This was an epic fight between Friedrich and Lip through the final couple of corners, well, through the bus stop. And on this occasion, I think it was actually Lip who managed to get the advantage right at the end. So, yes, that is Spa for you. And that is where we are hosting both of our races tonight. In terms of our picks, I have gone for Viella, I think, to win in the pros today. Yeah, that is what I said. David Moeller, he was one of the many pro-ams who got a pit lane penalty for crossing the white line last time out. Otherwise, he could have won perhaps last time out. So I've gone for him in the pro-ams. And I've gone for Dustin Rinker, who really dominated last time out. So I think he will be looking strong in the amateurs.
Strong picks. I've obviously picked who are going to win, though, in each class.
Well, so far this season, you haven't been doing that, so it's nice that you've made a bit of a change.
All right, so I've gone with Corinthia Lassini. I think he's the on-form driver. Obviously, you can never rule out a few of them. So, yeah, it's going to be tough. Frederick Koch, I think, again, the man on form. So I think we can see a strong...
I think that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, and then Jordan Rhodes, I mean, it's tight in AM. But I just went with who's going to win the race in each class.
Well, he did win the last B format race.
Yeah, see.
So you might be... honestly, I wish I had your picks. I think maybe I tried to go to left field. I think you're probably right on that one. So we will go to a quick advert, but then once that is complete, we will be trackside to watch the qualifying session.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to Spa. We are currently 10 minutes into our half-an-hour long qualifying. The amateur drivers just posting their final lap times for the session at the moment. And then, of course, it will be time for the pro-ams and the pros to round out the session. Yeah, at the moment, at the top of the amateurs is Dustin Rinker. So I'm looking good on that one.
You are indeed, but the war is far from over.
Well, Jordan Rose is last.
Yeah, I'm going for the reverse grid win.
Sure, which is for the only the top 10 get reverse grid for.
Right.
Yeah.
Shame.
But if no one else sets times, then he might be on reverse grid pole. So
Correct.
he's still got time, but not a whole lot of it. He is out on track. He's on his last lap right now as Rhodes, but he's not exactly lighting up the timing boards.
I might have made a mistake.
But here is Rinka, currently a 10th ahead of Ochapinti, who's, remember, leading the championship in the amateurs. Hodgson up there, pretty close at the moment, as Rinka maybe goes a little bit deep into Lefania.
Yeah, indeed. I'm obsessed with staring to see if I can see differences in the lighting model and colour and stuff. I definitely see more reflections, like in the tyre barriers and the fencing.
The trees look very bright.
Yeah, that lap's over. Yeah, it does look colourful.
Yeah, I mean, we apply our own sort of colour correction, and I do wonder if the lighting will sort of affect how much sort of boost we have to put in. However, we have just been reminded by our producers that the TV that we watch it isn't necessarily reflective of what everyone else sees. So
it's a good point. Very good point.
Britannia's back to the pits. We're not seeing many improvements. Smolotz is still out there. Livingston is out there. Rhodes will actually be the last amateur to cross the line. Smolotz comes back to the pits. Livingston comes back to the pits. What is Jordan Rhodes doing? It's not... Well, I think he'll complete this lap. I think this is going to be an improvement. But he's just not necessarily feeling it today, is Jordan Rhodes. Maybe the pressure's getting to him.
Yeah, that didn't look like a normal exit there either. It looked very slow.
He remains in 10th place.
Yeah.
I think you need to phone him up and say, come on, what's going on, man?
He'll say, I'm just avoiding the wreck in T1 and I'll pull off a win.
How much of a risk do you think that is? How dangerous do you think this lap one is going to be? Both?
I mean, no, I think Spa's okay. It is what it is. Halfway up a Rouge, if something goes wrong, or the top of Rouge, if something goes wrong, then yeah, it's not going to end well. But no, I think Spa's okay.
Sure.
It's not a worry one for me. Gone are the days where we were all running low wing here in GT3s, and no Rouge was really tricky. Nowadays, it's nigh on max wing. But it does look different. The track surface looks different, 100%. The light reflects on it quite heavily.
Yeah, I think you're right. And that's going to be a 1x. And he's going to take back. Bad season so far for Mark Hutchinson. He did have good pace last time out and actually would have won in the Pro-Ams, which is something that a lot of drivers could say had they not
but didn't watch the pre-show.
Didn't watch the pre-show. So he was one of the top 3 Pro-Am drivers who picked up a 40-second hold. Had he not done that, he would have probably won the race. He missed Road Atlanta, and he also... but he did work Suzuka. But yeah, basically, if Hutchinson's going to contend for the title, he's going to need to win a lot of races to the end of the season.
Yeah, as he's instead done with the competition on the table. You see how the Pro-Ams get on.
By the way, another one of your picks, Freight Coco, said that the Lambo is really tricky, guys. We'll try my best. In chat.
Great. No, he's got this.
If Corentin Lazine is watching along, say something bad about your performance as well. And, let's go for the hat trick.
No. So this is fixed setup? No, this is open. This is open
setup.
Yeah, open. So we're going to see 15s, I think. I'm trying to remember. If it's low temp, I can't remember, but yeah, I think a high 15.
These laps will give us an idea. Who's on a... Well, there goes Daniel Sebastian to the top. Immediately beaten. Sialfi Bari goes to 2nd place. Coco, well, he may not have a whole lot of confidence in the Lamborghinis, but he's got a lot of pace in it.
Yep, 16.6, good lap. I'm just trying to think what I was doing. 16... I don't know if it's the same temp as what the officials were for IMSA, but I think I was doing 16.2.
Okay.
But I can't remember IMSA temperatures. Was this modelled after IMSA or was this just made up?
Modelled off IMSA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
It was modelled off something.
I think I was really close to a very high 16.1, but I didn't actually bag it.
Sure.
But we are going to see 15s.
Simon Andre Livingston saying how he forgot about the updates. I know you just got into the session in time.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, yeah, depending on how quick your internet is, it's going to take at least 20 minutes to download
if you
everything.
Handpick Spa and the GT3s and just tick what's required, then it takes a lot less time.
Sure.
Raymond Schiffers is saying 15.8 was the best time in practice. Okay, but yeah, there's some 7, 8Ks in there. So I can see that. I'm a humble former 6.1K, but lost all my I rating at Road of America recently. So I'm down to 5.9.
Alexi Barry's had a strange season. So far this season, in each round, he scored 66, 60, 63, 74 points. He's not finished on the podium at any point, yet he is second place in the championship. Because he's always about 4th or 5th.
It's the best way to win a league, I think, is just never have a bad result.
Yeah. This is just an outlap for Barry after saying his earlier lap, because the Duros didn't get a whole lot of attempts, just the 10 minutes for them to do all their laps. We have got Kokok on. Kokok actually went for a double quick lap, so actually Kokok might be in for an improvement here. Crosses the line just now.
The second lap is definitely not as quick.
Well, yeah, it wasn't for Kokok. I think Kokok just messed up the last sector there. I think had he not messed up the last sector, I think he would have.
Yeah, but that's the problem, right? It's such a long lap.
Sure.
You're asking so much of the tyres, so that last sector, it's just not easy to nail. Load up the tyres at Spa quite a lot. Yeah, I was in the McLaren, which I do love round here.
Robin Meyer, 0.3 of a second away from pole at the moment. There should be an improvement, and it is an improvement, but only enough to keep him in 6th position. Michael Eberstein, his teammate for Cold Ice Esports. This is just an outlap for Eberstein at the moment, but yeah, coming up to his last attempt. Of course, welcome to everyone who's watching along, and of course, please do leave a like on the video if you enjoyed the broadcasts, and subscribe as well. Of course, got plenty more iRacing action coming up in the new season. And of course, let us know who you are supporting. We may well be more willing to show them on stream.
What, me or you mean? Or the drivers?
Yeah, well, maybe we should have 2 more cameras, one focused on me and one focused on you, and we
2
can
like
have a
buttons.
poll. Yeah.
Okay. And if they write Sam, that could also be me, though.
Potentially, yeah. No, yeah, you could gain the system by that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, track is looking really good. Right, we're on board here with Michael Eberstein. I do love how this complex has changed, because you can get over this inside curb and then get fully over the left curb, which it opens up now the right-hander and just makes this much more fun to drive. This corner here, I keep it in the high gear. I keep it in 3rd. I don't go down to 2nd here. Because if you ask anything of the tyres here, it might feel a pinch quicker, but you just haven't got it for the rest of the lap.
Sure.
Here you want to smack on the curb and then just light hands all the way through. Here, the drain's gone. Gone are the days where the drain used to kill you, so just mount the curb, keep it in a high gear like 4th, get to the inside, throttle out and light. Just, you don't want to steer a lot here. You scrub more of your speed, like over-rotating here. Here, 3rd gear corner. Just about how early you can get back on the throttle here. Here, get onto that green on the inside. He's missed it. Just going to compromise him a little bit, top speed. Here, tricky corner again. This is where you ask so much, how much tyres do I have left? This corner here is literally, you throw it in, you find out how well you've been treating your tyres. And here, a nice little trick for the drivers. That second right there, joining the straight, just shift. Like, it doesn't matter. If you get a pull 5th, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you won't lose that much, and you'll look after the tyre so much. So even a little slip, try and just pull another gear, not slip the tyres, and yeah, you just ask so much of the car around here that these final 2 corners, this corner here, can make the difference. And he's underbaked the last corner completely, unfortunately.
Yeah, maybe a little bit offline, I think, throughout. And yeah, the body language wasn't good at the end there. Wasn't a bad final sector, but it wasn't his best. Only 1 personal best sector on that lap. And of course, these are the last attempts for all the Pro-Am drivers, but the pros are out on their outlaps right now. Zetcher's back.
I don't know, I want to see a replay of that. I felt like he cut it and just used the lag switch. Greg in chat is voting for Sophie. My dog, yes.
Oh, sure. Yep.
I need to get permission to bring her here. Like, have a...
Well, we could have Sophie on one and Willow on the other.
Yeah.
That would be a much better because I'd watch that.
Same.
We'll see if we have a stream on April Fools, and sure we can do that.
Put the headsets on them. We just chill.
Yeah. Daniel Sebastian across the line, not an improvement for him. Who else could improve? Koko's on a lap. Sialfi is on a lap. I think Sialfi stopped, actually. Schutler is on a lap.
So I'm not going to curse it here because it's more popular, but the entry of the pit did change here. Season before last season. So now you cannot have more than half your car over that green corner part on entry. Oh yeah, nice lap. Well, very close.
Very close. What a pole that is. Of course, the race winner last time out, Robin Rist, and he's come to the top again. But yeah, you were saying about the pit lane entry. Yeah, half the car is allowed to cross.
That green barrier bit. You have to be very careful.
Oh, that's not what you want.
So there, look, the green entry. You can put your left tyres on it, but that's as far as you can go.
Well, hopefully no one's got any damage from that little knock at the chicane, but they've all got a lot of drafts. Trying to figure out who's the leader of this. It might be Brandon Tabone, who I think is the head of the train. You ride on board with Biella.
So here you want to go over to the left, but don't cut the whole thing, because you just lose a bit of time here. Here you just want to maximise the 1X, which Biella does very nicely indeed. Light hands here to scrub as little as possible, but they're not. They're just draft hunting right now. It's interesting why Corinthian was weaving there to break the draft on his push lap.
Yeah.
That was yeah. I can't work that one out.
Well, fastest in the first sector was Lucas Tellman in the Ferrari. So he had a nice draft, even if the driver ahead was trying to break it. Second sector time. Looking better for Alexis Veal, his teammate. So they can go for Delajaz at the moment if they can keep these laps up. This might be their best opportunity, because this is probably the one time in qualifying that they are all going to be bunched together.
Correct, yep.
Third sector times now coming in. The scene decent. Tailman lost quite a bit.
Yeah, you can see visually he's dropped back.
Tabone with a very, very good third sector, but a bad first sector. I'm not seeing anyone really be perfect in all the sectors so far. But of course, Tellman's still got a little bit of the drafts here, so he might claim a bit back in the final.
Yeah, definitely not a good third sector there from Tellman.
So this board is about to change a lot. Is anyone going to get into the 15s? Or are we going to be rooted in the 6s? I think it's going to be low 16s. Your Tortoise goes to the top. That might be tough to beat for anyone, honestly. Tabone can't beat it. Everyone's stopping right after the line. Lacine did go top, and he did get into the 15s, and his teammate Biella went to second. Tellman's lap did fall away. He ended up in 5th.
I'm not sure about whoever stopped like that. I'm sorry, it's an open track.
I think it was Biella, right?
Yeah, it's open qualifying. Like, people behind are on their lap.
Yeah, someone might want to go for a second lap, but because it's so tight. Is it tight?
Nope.
I don't know. I guess it's not.
Lacine with a 15.9. Yeah, I can't do a 15.9. As I say, I did a lot. And I think a very low 16.2. I knew I had a 16.1 in me, but it's a long lap, right? It's so frustrating when, yeah.
So it's Valkyrie, then Absolutes, Impulse, SimCity, Delachaz, Impulse. One of the Delachaz cars, I was talking about Alexis Fiel, who had a fantastic second sector. In the end, his lap didn't even count. He got a 1x somewhere.
Lucas Talman, I'd say, was the biggest loser from all that. That third sector is cost him.
Yeah.
He's all the way down at a 16.2, you know, my fastest lap of the week, and it's his bad sector.
Well, yeah, it wasn't a good fourth sector either, considering he had a draft, so yeah, it really fell away from him. A bit under pressure for Tellman. I mean, it's sort of a weird one where I wouldn't say Tellman's underachieving or anything, but of course, when you're leading the championship after 3 rounds with the way that he was, all of a sudden you're sort of expected, and you've got a lot to lose if you're Lucas Tellman.
Was that Raymond Schiffer coming up on a bunch of people on their outlap? I think he was flashing like mad.
He is on a fast lap at Scheffers, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was behind a pack of people on their outlap, so hopefully he got through okay. It looks like he did. I think he cleared those 2 cars. So as long as he didn't lose too much time.
Drivers, of course, will receive penalties if they are deemed to impede. It's a very rare thing. Probably only happens once or twice a season that someone gets an impeding penalty.
Yep. Yeah, it's about putting yourself in the right place of track. Raymond definitely didn't. If he's coming out when everyone's going out on their outlap, then yeah, something. He's obviously.
Well, I think he just went for 2 push laps, Raymond.
Yeah, possibly.
I think he's maybe thinking, is this going to be it for him? No, I guess. Oh, Delachaz might get in the way. Well, that's going to be an impeding penalty for certain.
Yeah, 100%.
And Raymond will now go back to the pits, and he will.
I don't know why Raymond didn't just take the racing line slowly, because, you know, then as revenge.
I think sure.
I would have, because you know, you're allowed to take another lap. No, I'm not condoning such an action. But yeah, the Delachaz boys there were caught just doing F1 Monza things and completely delirious.
Yeah. So that probably won't be a time penalty applied to the race, but it'll probably be license points. And if you get enough license points, you will get a qualifying ban, which when we've got over 40 drivers, it's quite costly.
Yeah.
Andrew Brown lining in one up. Do you think the Ford will be strong here? It seems to be particularly good on the straights.
Well, look, they are fast. The cars are quite close. The bop's not bad at all at the moment. But no, I think, yeah, McLaren, Ford. I'm just trying to think. Sorry, it's been a really long week.
Too much Le Mans Ultimate.
No. I did my fair share of Spa. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, maybe. There's a lot of cars to remember now. I'm just trying to remember if Acura was good. I can't clear my head.
It's about here, I think, with a 1x there. Of course, another shout out to one of our sponsors for this series, Apex Racing Academy. For Sebring 12 hours, Apex Racing Academy are giving away GTD setups for free. Just head to apexracingac.com, click on the Sebring 2025 button, put in your email. Once you do that, you'll be sent the setups when they're ready, as well as a track guide from Jamie Fluke. So it's a nice way to get fast if you're driving the GTDs at Sebring. So yeah, do check it out, apexracingac.com.
Yes, indeed. But no, the Ford's a solid car, very solid. Ford, Acura. I mean, I like the McLaren here a lot. On camera with Brandon DeBone, see what he can do.
Tellman just improved to 6th, I think. Veal improved to 7th with his first lap time, albeit that will be his last lap time unless he goes for a double lap. I guess he might have time. Brandon's not really improving on this lap. This will be his last attempt. He won't have time for another one. And I don't think he's going to find any improvement.
Oh yeah, I think he's just dialing in. Getting ready for the race.
Yutortus up to second place. Viela's gone back to the pits, so he won't be able to respond. Lacine back to the pits as well, so it's a good qualifying for Yutortus, who of course was running as high as second place last time out. Has been strong this season as per. Andrew Brown to 10th place, Corchevin to 7th, Mishka overshooting Malmedy. That will be the end of his qualifying. And so we haven't got many drivers left now. We've got Tabone, who can't do another lap. We have got Tailman out there who might get in his last lap, but he's on his second lap on those tyres. Veal's on his second lap on those tyres. And I think that's it. I think it's just the Delachess guys on old tyres who can still improve. Unless you think that off-track for Mishka wasn't an off-track. It looked like an off-track.
It did look like one, yeah. Hard to tell though from TV cam. Let's see, they might not have pushed too hard on lap 1. I didn't see the lap time they posted. Let's see.
I think they
Oh, it was,
improved.
yeah.
Well, this lap's pretty good. No, hang on, no, is it? Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's in the ballpark. I don't think it's going to get them up any places. If they cross the line in time, they've only got 30 seconds. I'm not entirely sure when they cross the line to start the lap, but I think they're going to miss out by a couple of seconds. I don't think you can do the rest of the lap in 21 seconds.
Yeah, you need about 8 from the exit of the bus stop, I think. It's going to be close. I don't think Talman will make it. Oh, Phil's pulled out the way. I don't think he's going to make it.
No.
He will.
No. Maybe? Maybe? No. No. Did he? I don't know if he did. I think he did. I mean, yeah, I think he did. But it wasn't an improvement. So
no, I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
But yeah, pretty close stuff there. We weren't really expecting it to be an improvement anyway. He only set one personal best sector on that last lap. But yeah, Lacine delivers then. Gets pole position for race 1. That's Yutortus, Viela, Mishka, Tabone, and Tailman. Corchevin lines up instead, so we might get Tailman versus Corchevin for the second time in a row. Then it's Veal, Sheffers, Brown, Grieven. Vista's once again top of the Pro-Ams ahead of Coco. That's actually only the second time that Coco hasn't got pole in the Pro-Ams this season. I think the other time was in the wet, so I think this is the first time in the dry he hasn't got pole. Then it's Bari, Eberstein, Sialfi, Euler, Meyer, Peindl, and Setcher, rounding out 6 consecutive German drivers. Then it's Meyer and Schuttler, Hutchinson, Sebastian, Herkenrath, Rinker, Ochapinti, Hodgson, Nova, Van der Ven, Van Spijker, Bretones, Smolots, Burnt, Senna, Livingston, Rhodes, Janowski, Abithu with a qualifying ban, Pui with a qualifying ban, Torquia with a qualifying ban, Petrosan did not have a qualifying ban, and then I think Messina and Maggioli, I don't think they had qualifying bans either, but the 2 teammates who, of course, Messina led for a bit at Suzuka, didn't he? Led for about 2 corners. He started from the back.
I saw a patch of 3D grass just then. Seriously,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. It's not there now. It's gone back to 2-dimensional, but on the exit that corner, yeah, saw a little patch of grass. I have it off on my. I've always had it off.
Sure.
So yeah, it's always nice to see it.
Yeah, just a few circuits. It's what, like Road America,
I'm not sure.
Red Atlanta definitely has it. That's the one that I recall. But yeah, it's not used too much. Of course, remember, we've got to pay a lot of attention to that reverse grid pole. 10th place. Last time out, it was really important. It was Yutortus versus Veal, I think, for reverse grid pole. And
well,
it was
the thing that makes it super interesting is a Pro-Am pulling it off.
Yeah.
Because then, bam, he's 9 positions ahead of his nearest competitor. Yeah, for a pro, it's still good gains, but you win the Pro-Am division by building that massive gap in points, but by using pros in between.
So a 25-minute race 1, and then we'll do it all over again, but a little bit longer later on in the evening. Of course, the pole sits can pretty much go whenever they want. It's just standard iRacing rules. Don't overtake the driver on the row in front of you.
That is a busy grid. Holy.
A lot of the drivers are going to be going green during the chicane, so hopefully we all keep it clean. Holding off on the race start at the moment and leaving it quite a while Lacine, but now he puts his foot down, just like at Hockenheim. He's going to keep the lead heading into turn 1 here at Spa. No. It's a good start for his teammate Viella, who's trying to go on the inside. Mishka having to cover off from Telman. I think that's going to go down the inside. Viella trying to gain something on the outside.
3 wide.
A few of the Cold Ice esports drivers surrounding the midfield. But it is a 1-2 for Valkyrie competition. Viella did get underneath your tortoise.
Is the lighting model in play, or is it just the sun? Did it die earlier? Like, it got very dark.
It does this. From my broadcast. Oh, we've got a guy in the wall, and this could be disaster.
Brandon Tabona,
stay on the side. Oh, and there was a separate incident, and flying up into the air, and almost into the crowd there. But again, those drivers managing to stay to the side of the circuit, that could have been so much worse than what it turned out to be. But it looks like it's just 3 drivers. Tabone, Bari and Kokok. So a couple of that's the 2nd and 3rd in the Pro-Am Championship out.
And Abitsu is damaged. Tokyo, well, I'm not sure. Tokyo and Abitsu are going slow. Yeah, we'll get a replay of what happened, because it all happened so fast. But, I mean, judging by the names, I'm assuming it was Tabone and Kokok that came together, I think.
Yeah, I think Tabone may have already lost it. I think it may have been because the one driver lost it, didn't they? And then there was a separate incident.
I was looking at the telemetry.
Yeah, there was sort of 2 different ones, but that's a miracle that wasn't a 20-car pileup. Like, that could have been so much worse.
And this is the current tyre model. If these boys get the tyre model that we know is coming,
yeah,
it's a shame.
Scene then, still at the front. There's been a bit of a breakaway for the top 5 positions. Korchevin's got a bit of catching up.
Tokyo's off, Massini's off. Yeah, Tokyo, Massini. I mean, Tokyo was going slow anyway. I'm not sure what happened. I think he... not sure.
I take the Tokyo had a qualifying ban, so he started from the back. Mishka versus Telman is going on.
You said Tokyo started from the back. Well, he was up 10 positions just a minute ago.
Okay.
He definitely...
And Mishka's going to have to cut across. And, well, lap 1 slowdowns aren't as bad as they used to be, but he will probably have to give up that place, depending on what iRacing give him. Telman lost a lot of time himself, and, well, the top 3 might be away now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was the Delatres car tracking out into Mishka, like, completely. You have to leave space. There's aggression, but you have to leave space.
How much is this going to slow down Mishka? Because these guys 3rd and 1st in the championship respectively, and now Mishka is slowing.
These 2 have been dooring since Suzuka, yeah. Is Mark Hutchinson okay here? He's going to have a really... Oh, that's the biggest slowdown in the world. Your boy Dustin Rink is about to drop like a rock.
Well, he's still leader of the amateurs, but he might not be for much longer. Where is he going to serve it?
Don't know, he's on the racing line.
Telman's had a setback. Telman has gone off through Lecum, and there he is rejoining the circuit, and that is our championship leader, and he might not be championship leader for much longer, because with Lacine leading, Telman stands at 18th, he might not even get within the reverse grid now.
Yeah.
And alongside, Delatres guys in the wars, and this is field game past Mishka, so I imagine Mishka and Telman collided. Mishka was ahead of Telman. He's now dropped back behind Sheffers and Korchevan. He's up into 4th place, so yeah, Mishka and Telman have collided.
This Leo Mishka fighting green cars has become iconic this season. Oh, they're still fighting. I think he might have overlapped. Wow, iRacing gets dark now. Is it just me?
So I was having this in my Formula 1 race yesterday, and whenever it was slightly overcast, it was like really dark. But it won't be as bad as what it looks like for the drivers.
Right,
it looks worse, I think, because, yeah, I think it looks worse off board. Or maybe you just get used to it.
I mean, I'd put my lights on, I think.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, we'll get you some replays of everything that just happened. Plenty to chop through there.
But yeah, that's definitely become a top 3 breakaway. And now reverse grid pole would be Grieven. Urbstein is leader of the Pro-Am, so he's had a mega start as Urbstein, up 6. Siapi up 5, Yulo up 5.
Oh,
There's going to be contacts. Nova making way for Ocha Pinti. Rinka didn't seem to pick up a slowdown, I think. Let's drop back a bit, but he's certainly still leader of the out.
Yeah, it's still tight. But, I mean, we have to be glad that, like you mentioned, some of the wrecks we've seen could have wiped out half the field for sure, especially that early in the race. And someone was in the catch fence. So, yeah, the...
Oh, alongside again, and more contacts. Oh, these guys aren't going to get to the end of the race. Mishka going to have to surely serve a slowdown there as well, but Veal is making his own lines. So isn't exactly staying as close as he could be.
Yeah, I mean, this is an awkward place to serve it, but if you park it on the inside, it's awfully difficult for the other car to do anything about it.
I think we may have turned off our sort of colour adjustments now, so it is not quite as pretty, I think, as it was. But yeah, we'll see what it looks like now.
Right, here comes some replays. So this is the race start.
Tellman aggressive as always.
Well, he was just having a quick look. Let's see what caused the incident.
So I think our first one might be on Tabone losing it by himself. No, that's Corchavan and Veal, right? So that's...
What?
So yeah, it was just ahead. Tabone, I think, lost it by himself. Yeah.
No way.
How did Corchavan miss that?
Wait.
And then that was Bari, Corchavan's teammate.
I'm shocked. Yeah, I've no... Oh,
so
he got tagged.
Lost it a little bit by himself, and then Bari was so unlucky.
Yeah, I mean, he lifted. You do your adjustments at the bottom, not the top. If you lift at the top, you die, because the car behind has no time to respond.
So, Tellman versus Mishka. Oh, Tellman, I think that's on Tellman, honestly. I think he squeezed him initially.
It looks like it's on Tellman. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, he really squeezed him.
Yeah.
I think he'll argue that the actual, terminal contact was later in the corner, but I think the contact earlier sort of forced.
Yeah, but you can say that, but you know about glue and netcode, they're well-educated drivers. If you induce glue, then you can't complain about glue. So...
Corchavan ahead of Shepard still, but he's having to work very hard to keep Shepard behind. Shepard's actually just had a little bit of a setback there. He's now 7/10 of a second behind. They both managed to drop Mishka, because Mishka's in a war with Veal, trying to get revenge for his teammate.
Flashy, flashy. Corchavan's doing very well. What's his I rating? 5.9. Nice, yeah.
How is Tellman getting on? Tellman's back up to 16th. And of course, the slower that Veal is, the better chance that Tellman is going to have it getting back. And of course, we know that these guys will play the team game. Veal earlier on in the championship at Road Atlanta slowed down on the last lap by a few seconds in order to give Tellman one extra place. So he might be thinking those tactics.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these boys fight hard. The Mishka-Delatraz pairing it. Well, I mean, it was great at Suzuka.
Brilliant.
Well, because it didn't end in a problem, but very, very good driving.
Siapi's very close to Grieven. This is for a reverse grip pole. Of course, they go watch out for Tellman as well, catching up to them later on. Was there a slight tap, or was it just a solo wiggle from Grieven? Either way, it's left him very vulnerable into the chicane. And this is going to drop him away from the drop from the cars ahead. But Siapi with a bad bus stop, and it's not going to be able to attack into the source.
That old Michael Epstein's in a solid position here. P9 as a Pro-Am would be huge. Oh, Justin...
Yeah, Herkenrath has dropped loads of places on the entrance to the bus stop. We'll get a replay of that a little bit later on.
Yep, still dropping. I assume it's terminal. He's still got... Yeah, he's not moving.
So highest gainer is Pierre Ubithu, up 13 places, which is quite a bit, but frankly I'm half surprised no one has gained more than that. But because there wasn't that much chaos on lap one. There was the two big crashes, but it only involved 3 drivers. So they got away quite cleanly. Sialfi, I think he was having to go defensive against Euler there, having to pick very late to hold on to the place, and he's really dropping off the back of Grieven, and all these guys who sort of had aspirations at the reverse grid pole will be getting frustrated.
So Talman's not out. His mission's just changed. He's got 14 minutes to get 5 positions, and then he can score a lot of points.
Yeah.
In his way aren't slow drivers, so...
Same amount of points for race 1 and race 2 as well.
Yeah, after what happened, a 10th and a 1st, I think he'd be happy enough with that.
Oh, Brown just going off ahead of us, so Brown has lost a place, and he's lost a place to Grieven as well, but due to Sialfi dropping back slightly, Brown still is in 10th place, so that's great news for Eberstein and Grieven. They're frankly almost guaranteed top, well, they're not, certainly not guaranteed top 10, but they're in a much stronger place now. Torquio, after the qualifying ban, and then the issue as well, he gained a lot of places and then
He
lost
definitely
a lot of them.
had gained a lot.
Yeah.
And then dropped a lot.
Really had an awful first couple of laps. He gets a qualifying ban for 6 license points. A lot of drivers, most drivers don't get a qualifying ban across the season. Torquio managed to get 6 license points in the first 2 laps at Hockenheim. So that is, but to be fair to him, he was completely clean before that. In the first 3 rounds, totally fine. Then 2 laps got him a qualifying ban. So he's yeah, on the comeback. Tellman's on the comeback. He's 15th.
Yeah.
Cannot get past Meyer though.
Yeah, he's got 13 and a half minutes to get these 5 positions. He knows it's the only thing that are saved today. But any damage and the major opportunity for overtaking's in the bin.
And they are in a bit of a draft train at the moment, so you can't really pass at Le Coum, it looks like. He was 8/10 faster though on that last lap. Andrew Brown at the front of this train, a little bit wide ahead of them, I think it was Robin Rist. Mark Hutchinson as well, passing Schuttler for 19th place. Hutchinson with a bit of an underwhelming qualifying again. It's been a bit of a habit this season, but he's much better in the races. He's now at 4 places.
Yeah, he's looking good. This should be fun to watch.
Ooh.
We know Talman's fast, but we know he's excellent at overtaking as well.
Mishka and Veal were very close. Mishka's just gone off at no name, and it's left him really vulnerable. These guys have pulled away from the rest, so it is just a one-on-one. Mishka's got to think smartly here, because he is in the championship hunts.
And he's definitely filling the instant points. What is it per race?
20.
Oh, okay, so no, you're actually generous for once.
Yeah. I'm too lazy to...
Yeah, you're too
spend it
lazy.
differently.
If you was unlazy, it'd be 10, right?
I can schedule all the sessions at the start of the season and just not worry about that. So, yeah, too much stress to have to change it.
So when it's a heat format, it's just left.
Yeah, just...
Even if it's a 2-lap shootout, you're like, yeah, just leave it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 24-hour race, yeah, 20, whatever. Deal with it.
I say I hosted a 45-minute league race once. 1X at Bathurst was a drive-through. Every 1X.
Yeah. Well, Tillman's got a place. He's got Meyer. He's up to 14th.
But the difference between 11th and 10th is going to be huge for his points. Absolutely huge.
Here's Van Spijker. He's behind Rinker, who I think has just got underneath him, actually. What was their last
Yeah, he has,
lap
yeah.
times? Rinker might lose out here, though. He's going to have a better exit. And, of course, his teammate can try to give him the draft. Rinker does stay ahead. So, yeah, Van Spijker was faster on that last lap, 8 cents faster. And actually, Nova got past Rinker on that last lap. Oh, and Shepherds has got past Coruscant. It's all going on.
He's going to have a good run here. Really good run. See what we can do. Oh, no.
Oh, that Acura's got some speed.
Yeah, all the Mercs. Don't know, the Merc doesn't look like it's doing a lot there. Oh.
Oh. Watch Pinty will close right up behind as well us. Ochapinti could still win this race in the AMs. Rinka can't lead the AM leader. Ahead of Ochapinti, Hodgson, Van der Ven. And it's Britones, Senna, Smollot. Livingston not having a good time of it. Always one of our sort of favourites. We don't like putting Livingston as our pick, but I think I can speak on your behalf, David. He's sort of one of the default ones, but we like to mix it up. We do have a lot of confidence in Livingston, but he's not delivering today.
He's just my season default, if I don't forget to change it.
Yeah.
Well, they're all using the sand there. Right, Robin Vist's turn to have Talman hunting.
Vist, who of course won last time out in the Pro-Ams, and leader of the championship as well in the Pro-Ams by 2 points. And of course his rivals, Bari and Kokok, crashed on lap 1. So he's standing to extend his championship lead significantly.
Yep, so hopefully he plays it smart. Here comes the send. Yeet. Robin is not fighting it, and that was the smart decision, to be honest. Like you say, his competition's way down.
Oh! Rinka in the wall of our AM leader, and that might require a pit stop. That's definitely going to require a pit stop. He is scraping along the ground. He can still turn the car right, fortunately.
Yeah, we're
oh, no, tow that. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Just, was it? I mean, he's going to get disqualified if he's not careful.
Austin Powers. Kill the TC. 1-8, yeah. Oh.
Leaders were very close heading into Lake Coombe.
Yeah, but they just don't have the legs to run away from your tortoise. They've broken the draft plenty of times. So yeah, they're not super comfortable.
Of course, these are our 2 picks for this evening, Lacine and Viella. I went for Viella. David went for Lacine. And I'm a bit concerned that they might prioritise Lacine maybe for the championship, but shouldn't rule out Viella from the championship. Do get a drop score, and that would bring Viella back into the mix.
Matty in chat said, hello, Niall, Winner, and Sam.
What's Niall?
Oh, it's the league I'm doing tonight.
Oh,
yeah.
Sure.
Till God knows what in the morning.
We'll win, what was it, 50 quid?
40, I think.
40.
I don't know.
Eric's saying in chat that your tortoise is doing a mega job. He is doing a mega job. He's keeping tabs, and you look at the gap behind your tortoise, and no one else can really keep tabs with these.
Yeah, he's such a good driver as your tortoise, really is. I don't mentally rule him out, but when you see a 6K iRacing and he's going up against all the 8Ks and 7Ks, you just remember how fast he is when you see these performances.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll see him back in Porsche Cup eventually. He was always very good in that series as well. Andrew Brown has got a long queue behind him. Eberstein has sort of broken the draft to Brown. It's over a second now.
Oh, Lucas Talman got Tom Euler.
Oh, wait, looks like he sent it as well. He's 12th. He's got 2 more places to gain. He can certainly do that. But he's got a bad exit, and because he's got that damage. I think that was from earlier on.
Oh.
They're driving into each other on a straight. And Tillman stays ahead. But this one might get tasty into Lake Coombe.
Yeah, if Robin Wist lifts now, which if he doesn't do, he's going to have to lift on the way up, which would just cost you. Let's see. I mean, Tom, sorry, it's not Robin, is it? It's Tom.
Yeah.
No. So that's what I mean. Now he's got absolutely nothing on the run.
Yeah, Vis might even send it on Euler, but I think Vis is usually quite a... Yeah, he's just flashing the lights, telling me no, he's not going to go for it. Wow.
All right, close. Some replays. So this is what happened to Herkenrath.
What was he...
Oh.
There was something going on before that, though. He was like... He got some smoke. Look at that. Why is there smoke?
Lock up? But why would you lock? I don't know.
Why would you lock there?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think
What the hell was that?
So that was Rinka into the wall.
Yeah, but how? What setup are you running, mate? And why not open the wheel? Why are you turning left? I don't know. That's a really strange one. Maybe he had a bit of damage. Yeah, very, very strange.
Someone just dropped down. I feel like Tellman was 12th, wasn't he? Now
We are looking
down the order with someone.
Yeah, you're right. Talon was 12. Well, back Kiaf, Daniel.
Yeah, was it Sialfi?
Yeah.
He was behind. I think Sialfi may have just had an issue. Yeah, I can look at the sector time. Sialfi had... Yeah, quite a bad lap. Yeah, Sialfi lost quite a bit of time. He's lost about a second on this lap, so yeah, maybe that's it. But yeah, he dropped behind Eula as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a slowdown. So Tillman's only got one more place to gain. I don't think he'll do that. He's got 4 minutes to do it. 3 laps. Just about 3 laps at least. Yeah, it should be 3 laps.
It's a shame we're not seeing much of Yubitsu. He's got the penalty. Oof. The Q penalty for this race. Because obviously we always like watching him race.
Yeah, he's actually being overtaken right now by Van Spiker, but I think he'll stay ahead. And the brakes. And Spiker has a lot of speed though on the outside. He'll have a better exit.
Yep. Yep. Looks like the Merc's got this. Oh no. Yeah.
Don't try it.
Don't try it. Not with no overlap.
Oh.
Just have to be careful of the slowdown, but yeah, Bitsu handled that really well. He doesn't have the draft, but I think he has the run. Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same Merc that we were running on board with earlier on, but the 2 Mercs we've been on board with haven't been very fast on the straights. Abithi up 17 to 22nd place.
Oh, he lost out there. He got nice little switchback. Oh, okay. It was very temporary.
Fast up the race currently for Corentin Lessine, out in the lead. Quarter of a second clear of Viella.
Yeah, and they're dropping the Tortoise a little bit as well. Really stepped it up.
Still leader of the Pro Am is Urbestone, but quite a gap as well. 5 positions ahead of Sialfi after his recent position loss. And leader of the amateurs, now Occhipinti after Rinker's incident. Occhipinti standing to extend his championship lead. He's ahead of Hodgson and Van der Ven, who's just at the tail of our timing tower.
Yep. Yeah, your Tortoise not in draft anymore after my comments. Raymond Sheffers is, almost 5 seconds off the pack, but that was disturbed by the big accident on lap 1. Our eyes are on, I suppose, Talman. The Talman Grieven will be the next move on track.
Yeah, is this last lap? I'm not sure when the leaders crossed the line.
No, can't be, no. There's still 2 minutes left to go and the leaders would have passed it earlier, so...
But
it'd be close.
Yeah, I think it's really close. I think you're right, but I think it's really close.
But who are we watching now? They are 15 seconds off the lead, 2 minutes. So yeah, it's a 2 minute 16 lap.
And usually iRacing errs on the side of not doing the extra lap.
So I think not then. I think they got one more.
Biella not showing any sign of passing the scene. He's lifting off a lot heading into Lecoum. And he's bundled over the curb a little bit there. Lessine looks safe out in the lead.
Yeah, they're crushing it in the team points with this.
Yeah, took the championship lead in the teams after the last round, and they're going to extend it here.
Yeah, it's impressive to see.
Brown, Grieven, and Tellman very close. The saving grace for Grieven might be the draft that he's got from Brown up ahead. He's being dragged around these long straights here at Spa. Got 50 seconds to go. We're still not sure if it's white flag. The drivers know if it's white flag, but unfortunately we are not afforded that information. Is the battle that matters? I mean, Grieven's going to have to be... I mean, yeah, if Tellman's anywhere near, he'll send it going into the last chicane.
And near he is. Near he is.
Well, of course, Grieven can cover off the inside, but even that might not be enough.
And this is the hotly anticipated position, you know?
Yeah. I think, this is last lap. No, yeah, they're nowhere near making the extra one. I thought they might do, but yeah, they're nowhere near it. So Lacine is going to get another race win here to accompany his Daytona win and his Hockenheim win. It's his first sprint race win of the season. And it's another one too for Valkyrie competition. Lacine does what he needs to do. But who is going to finish in 10th place? Grieven versus Telman. Here comes Telman on the inside. A little bit of movement from Grieven. And they all make contacts. And Telman makes contact at the end. Grieven didn't want to give it up. That was really, I think, unnecessary from Grieven. Whether Telman was in the wrong or not, Grieven had reverse grid pole there, and he kept it on the inside going into the last corner.
I need to see it again. We need...
But there was a bit of movement from Grieven, I think, under braking. Telman, we knew, was going to dive. And then, of course, them colliding wiped out the totally innocent... so it was Brown, wasn't it, who was
I'm not sure.
With Telman. Grieven was the unlucky driver who got wiped out. In the end, Euler got moved up to 9th, and Daniel Cialfi got reverse grid pole in 10th. But yeah, had Grieven unnecessarily, I think.
Well, we need to decide if it was all under the braking, like all of it. Like even Talman's move, was that, like how much of it was under braking? It's easy to say he moved. If they're both moving under braking, then I don't know. We saw it from a TV cam, so I'm not willing to. I need to see it from. I need to see brake lights and stuff. But yeah, it was messy.
Yes. Well, they have 5 minutes now, which I think they'll use to submit some protests against one another. So yeah, a little bit of a mess right there. We will. We might be able to get a replay of that in a little moment. But a reminder in the meantime that, of course, you can sign up for our next studio broadcast next week, the Apex Racing Academy Sebring 2.4 hours. It's a free event, of course, 2 hours and 25-minute racing at Sebring using the IMSA cars that will be used for Sebring 12 hours. It's a really good preparation event. Should be a good bit of fun to take part in, and of course we will be broadcasting it from the Apex Racing TV esports studio, so just sign up over at apexracingleague.com, and of course make sure to join the Apex Racing League Discord as well. There's a link to that in the description below, and if you join that you can see whenever a new series is announced. But yeah, going into this next race, I mean, honestly, the Valkyrie guys and the top 3 built up such a gap that I think they're going to be fancying their chances for race 2.
Well, we'll see if the Ford's made for passing. The overtaking element's quite difficult by the looks of it, as we just saw. So it depends on that. They're fighting fast guys, so it's not so easy to pass the pros. So I think they're just going to try and score some solid points. You know, passing the likes of Brandon Tabone, Leon Mishka, Viella. Like, it's difficult out there. There's no...
Yeah, maybe Mishka might be the favourite, I think, for this one.
All right, we've got some
the
replays.
Replay of that incident. So that is a bit... I think that's...
How did the Ford get caught up in that again?
Yeah, they just, I think, colliding affected their braking. I think that's mainly on the Audi of
I need to see far chase or something.
So actually, so Telman wasn't making the corner, but also the Audi was going to hit the driver ahead anyway. Even without Telman there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not a steward.
But then it's this second contact which is so unnecessary. Because they're first and second for the reverse grid at that point.
I think that was just retaliation, to be honest.
But it was really unnecessary retaliation when he had reverse grid pole potentially.
Yeah, I'm not
staying there.
Sure either of them making the corner.
Sure.
Yeah, it was not good. Not good from either of them.
No. Well, we have stewards, and they will have a look at it. It's pretty clear who who chat are blaming on that one. Corentin Lacine takes the race win, then 6/10 clear. I won't go through all the names. Your tortoise with an easy 3rd place. Good points for him. Urbestein in top of the Pro-Ams. Cialfi will get a good position as well. Pole position for race 2. Bist just missing out. but still really good points for this because his championship rivals had a really bad round. And then in the amateurs, it was Ochapinti who won out of the amateurs ahead of Hodgson, and Van der Ven was in third place. A bit of a quiet race there for Van der Ven, but did well to finish on the podium.
So I've had time to brew. Look, end of the day, it wasn't Talman's corner. It was late. He wasn't going to make the corner, so I don't think it even involves the other car. Yes, he moved under braking. He was squeezing the apex late, which is also, you know, not the smartest move, but Talman wasn't making the corner. So I don't think it involved... It's tough, right? There was 0 overlap.
Sure.
Yeah, the overlap comes on contact. He does move under braking, though, for sure. Like, I'm not saying there was a car's width, is what I'm saying. No, is it smart to use it? No, of course not. It wasn't available, but he does move under braking way early because look at the poor Ford that ended up being killed. So I'm not a steward though, and I watched it on a TV that's 10 foot away. But yeah.
Well, sometimes we're not quite sure what to do during the warm-ups, but or the breaks between the races. But that was an easy 5 minutes to fill.
Yeah.
Sialfi on pole then, ahead of Euler, Erbestein, Veal, Mishka, Korshevin, Sheffers, Utortas, Viella, and Lacine. It's the top 10 inverted from the race 1 results, and then everyone else is the same as earlier on.
It did look like retaliation though after the corner.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, that's the of all the things, I think that was the dumbest thing out of that. You're on reverse grid pole. You've won out. I mean, I'm fine giving away 1 point for 9th if I'm on reverse grid pole.
Well, unless he got hit with because they must have been close to the drive-through limit.
Maybe.
Well, anyway, I don't think either of them are going to be worrying about anywhere. I mean, I don't even know where they're qualifying.
Tellman's 13th. Oh no, they're alongside, aren't they? Because so Brown was the one who got I think the 3 of them are together. I think it's Tellman, Brown, and Grieven. Grieven and Tellman will be trying to take chunks out of one another. And Brown will just feel sorry for himself that he was...
Yeah, I mean, the poor Ford and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first saw it, I wondered, why is there a sideways Ford, like, in on this? Yeah, I think he was just braking normally and taking the corner normally.
Yeah. On route to reverse grid front row.
Yeah.
And no chance. So we'll see what's going to happen in this second race then. It's 30 minutes is this one. It's a little bit longer. Drivers need to put in a little bit more fuel. And of course, a good opportunity here for Cold Ice Esports 1 and 3. And of course, 1 and 3 on the grid did take the 1 and 2 in the end in race 1. Early start there for Sialfi. He pulls away from the rest, and it is a good start for his teammate Erbestein, who's immediately got past Tom Euler. Good start for everyone really on the odd side of the grid, and the Cold Ice Esports drivers can take the racing line into turn 1. Not a good start for, well, actually a pretty good start for Mishka. He's up 1 place, trying to gain another one. A couple of drivers picking up a bit of gravel, and with that early launch, the field a bit more spread out than they were in race 1.
Yeah, let's hope we all get through with cold tyres. We know what happened to Brandon Tabone here. So the cold ice looking good. Everyone nice and stable. Oh, someone wide, but nicely collected.
And Mishka is looking very, very racy. Mishka realised he could win this race and get himself right back into the field in the championship.
Lacine and Viella have swapped positions.
Look at Korshevin round the outside, trying to get past Veal, and he's done it.
Very nicely done.
Great move from Korshevin. Mishka got up into 3rd place, and Mishka might go into 2nd place. Mishka is on a roll. Starts at P5 up to the P3.
The Fords are banking on the outside line here. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Oh.
That's very slow.
Yeah, and the teammates have hit. I'm sure there was a teammate contact there.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think one of them blew the corner.
The scene was way wide, but it was so slow mid-corner as well.
Yep. Okay, it looks like we haven't had any major changes of position. Tom Euler down 3. Yeah.
Viella going back past Vist a little bit further back. They've been alongside for a few corners. Vist isn't going to give up on this one. Oh, sorry, no, Lacine has now got past him. So both of the teammates going past Vist in quick succession. Vist annoyed that perhaps he didn't get reverse grid pole, missed out on it by 1 position. Mishka's very close to the back of Erbestein, though. I think Mishka's going to go for a move on Erbestein. This track isn't quite narrow enough. Oh, and he's off. big crash. Hopefully he does some bounce back on. He's near the track edge.
Oh, what a shame. Big score from last round. What? If I had to guess, he's lifted the throttle for a nanosecond because of a rear slip and the car behind bumped him. This is the problem, leaving it so late in the high speeds to lift, like we see the exit of a Rouge, and there, if you lift to save your car, the guy behind just doesn't know.
Well, Tellman's had an incredible start. He's up 7. Managed to overtake both of
the Valkyrie boys.
Valkyrie guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, we did see that in the downhill, literally when Lassine blew the corner.
Sure, yeah. Wide, yeah.
And then there was teammate contact.
Leader of the Pro-Amps, still CLP obviously, overall leader, and leader of the Amps, Ochapinti with a good start. Very good start for Van der Ven.
That spinner was P2, right? Or P...
Oh, Mishka with a slowdown, and Coryshavin's up into second.
Oh. So we lost P2 in that crash. I thought it was further down.
Yes, yeah, it was P2, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get a replay of that. But yeah, I think it's just a little slip, a little lift, and then a little touch from behind. Robin Meyer dropping. Yeah, he is gone, and so is Jose Puig. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm hoping Robin Meyer's rejoin wasn't bad, because he went off when he was at the Robin Meyer position. Let's see.
Spiker in the walls again. He's saved similar where he was earlier on, but he's got a very poor exit there. Might be vulnerable into Pouon. That's a dive from one of the cold esports drivers of Meyer, trying to get back some places, but he's still behind Van der Ven. Van der Ven with a really good start, up 6, highest gain of the Alps.
So we lost 3 drivers. Jose, who I mentioned, Boris Schmolz, and then Jordan Rhodes. I'm not sure what happened at the start. Tokyo is... lost 2 positions there, Alessandro Tokyo. So as you mentioned, Talman up 7. Korsavin up 4 to P2. Yeah, and Tokyo's done. Yeah, Tokyo's done.
For Tokyo.
Something was up. He was dropping, and then the spin.
And Mishka's back up into second place. So after that slowdown at Radion, he's got back up to second place, but this is great news for Sialfi. Right, well, he needs to not get too far ahead of himself. I don't think he's going to win this race as Sialfi, but he might be getting a little bit giddy in that car, because he's led the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Bad news for Schuttler, or Van der Ven. Oh, that's... Oh, he's suddenly grown a brain. No. Yes, he has.
Yeah, it's hard from TV cam, right? It looked like he pulled it. But yeah, that was in nearly the worst rejoin of the season. Oh my God. Grown a brain.
Realised, there's other drivers. Bari with awful race 1, of course, after being wiped out through no fault of his own.
Here we go.
This is where it all went wrong for him, actually, in race 1. It's gone better this time.
Oh, Ford will get it done here as long as he's timed it correctly. Yep. Oh, there's a 2 wide ahead of him, though. Oh, someone's off. Hopefully he doesn't rejoin. Let's see where he comes back onto track. Okay, into a gap.
Oh, someone else has gone off. That's Herkenrath again. Herkenrath must have gained loads of places, but they've all gone again.
I think Steven Zetcher just dropped a little bit as well.
Thomas Burns ahead of Steven Zetcher, who's down a few places. Meyer's gone off again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. Alexi Veal with the fastest lap of the race, but we're going to see quicker.
Top 13, all basically in a pack. There's no gaps larger than a second between first down to 13th. Separated by 6.2 seconds. And this is, well, Lucas Tellman might win this race, incredibly. Despite not having a whole lot of pace in qualifying and having an awful race 1, he's up to 6th place now, and crucially ahead of the Valkyrie competition cars. He's also got Utortis as well close behind. And Utortis also gets past Euler, who I think... Oh, no, I was going to say realising that he was going to drop down anyway, but he didn't realise he was going to drop down quite that quick.
Ah, what a shame. Tom's looked good today, really good. That's such an awkward corner for those types of contact. Yeah, you hate to see that.
That's ambitious move from one of the Cordes esports cars, but they didn't go for it in the end.
Well, if he'd have touched the green card, he'd have killed his teammate. All right, some replays. So, yeah, lap 1, especially...
And now there is a change for the lead. Mishka going alongside Siafi. Siafi's not really fighting it too much. He realises it's not worth it. And Mishka is in the lead because he could have got that move done a couple of laps ago had it not been for the slowdown. But he is there now and he's looking very quick.
Okay, so this is lap 1, up, ready. So this is what happened to Jordan Rowe. He was in the car in the middle there, yeah. Yeah, I don't think whoever was forcing it 3 wide, that was the smartest call.
Crash for
Oh, yeah, exactly. He lost it. Yeah, he lifted. Literally saw his rear go. If we're going to see his little rear snap. Now, oh, I don't even know if he even gets tapped from behind.
No, yeah, I don't think he did.
Man, I am not driving the Acura on fixed. Or, no, just period.
Robin Myers
he just
over the curb.
Oversaved it, yeah. He bottomed out.
Tokyo. Oh, is that new damage model? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, new contact model, sorry. Oh, good avoidance from Senna, I think, yeah. Picked the right way.
He did indeed. Oh, this was the other Meyer incident. What? What? That's such a strange snap there. It's weird, we've seen 2 Acuras do the exact same thing. Touch the outside of Blanchemont curb and yeet into the wall on the right.
Here comes Corchavan. Might not have as much pace as Mishka, but he's trying to keep tabs with him. And he just about gets through there. Sialfi will have to back out of it. Veal will be next. I think Veal will probably send it into La Source. Sialfi's going to have to get on early on the bricks, or he can try to get back the position right away.
Oh, that's tight. Yeah, some contact.
And
This is going to give Talman. Oh, Veal, sorry, a run. Oh yeah, Talman's all the way up in 6th. Wow.
Who's going to give out on this one? This is absolutely nip and tuck. Upper Rouge into Radion. May have been a little bit of contact there. And getting the... Oh, and there is contact between the 2 of them. Who are they going to hit? They hit Tailman. And who else are they going to hit? The couple of the Valkyrie cars avoided.
I think Veal might have lost it.
And Veal's gone off again further down the straight.
I'm guessing, because it all happened a bit quick, but I think Veal's killed his teammate.
Yeah. Yeah, the 2 of them slid into Tailman, who's stationary, and out. Veal's out. And that is, well, bad news for Delachez's Teams Championship, of course, as well, because you have no drop scores in the teams.
Yeah, I don't get the Radion send in iRacing with the contact model. We all know it's there. Like, you're going to get netcode on the way up and glue on the top, so... I mean, would we want it better? Yes. Is it better? No. Should you just time your run? Yes.
Well, Sialfi's somehow still P12 out of that. I think he's got most of his car as well. Oh, actually, by the way he's dropping, no, he doesn't have most of his car. He doesn't have a rear wing. You'll have to pit.
Anyway, we'll get the replay, because there was some door. Oh my God. He's missing half his car. Literally.
I think Sialfi will look back on that and probably regret that more than Veal. Being a pro-am, he was going to win the pro-ams today, and now he's not.
True.
But obviously the actual incident itself, yeah, I'm not sure who's...
Yeah, because they door banged near the top, and then they door banged as they both drifted right. I think the pro-am driver was forced into a slowdown, if I'm guessing. Yeah, we'll see.
So Vist up into 8th.
No overlap.
And Brown.
Yeah, that was nicely done by the
He lost out earlier on. He's underneath. I mean, these 2 guys both could have been revoked to pole, and now they're probably thinking, this is all right.
Sialfi's dropping. Sialfi's dropped a lot. 32nd, 33rd. We've lost Sialfi.
Yeah, he hasn't got back to the pits yet.
Oh, of course. Okay, here's the replays. So they bang doors now, and then they... Oh.
It was sort of... I think Shepard's moving alongside sort of encouraged him to stay a little bit further to the right, and then Telman nearly got past it.
I think Talman did get past it. I think that's pure netcode. I don't think Talman gets hit. Well, he does. I'm betting the replay will not show contact with Talman.
So yeah, I think this car moving alongside meant that Cialfi was a bit like, oh, I don't want to move to the left. And that,
oh, maybe there was contact. Oh, it's hard to tell.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, honestly.
Well, was it a dangerous rejoin from Via?
Well, because he was off the track before.
I know it's a technicality and it is a bit awful to say, but is it technically a dangerous rejoin?
It is one of them where, like, if you're alongside there, you have to afford, you know that the other driver's going to come back on the track. So
I agree. It's the Watkins-Glen T1 argument.
Yeah.
You can say, I don't have to let you back on. You left the racing surface. I'm on the left-hand side of the track, and I'm going to stay here. Good luck rejoining on the grass or waiting.
Yeah, and then the other person will be like, we're both in the pits now, taking a faster pair.
Correct.
Fantastic work.
Being right and smart are different things, yes. No, it was just bad luck. We've all been involved in instances like this. Viella was coming across slowly, and the other driver was holding his line. And unfortunately, the smallest tap on the rear fender is, well, it's huge. But yeah, I mean, maybe the replay guys can check. They haven't got to show it. But I just want to know if Talman was actually hit or if it was just 3 foot of netcode.
Sure. So, it's difficult to tell how far up these guys could get. Viella's got a bit of front damage, I think. It's a bit convex, does the bumper on that car.
And sorry, I didn't mean Viella, I meant...
Cialfi and the other one.
Yeah.
Veal.
Veal, that was it, yeah.
They are similar, aren't they?
Veal and Viella, yeah, they're quite similar. Here's the, if there was Talman's car hit. Just a hunch that it was netcode. Yep.
Oh, yeah, it was, yeah.
But you can see it why. It's a 220 kph side contact. They're the worst when you know, wait, I avoided it.
Yeah.
Tabone, last to top 12. Let's check. Yep.
Yeah, 24 places going for Brandon Tabone.
Wow. He is cooking. I like Brandon a lot. I've done. He always joins in my community practice sessions. I mean, he just enjoys beating me while I'm streaming. But
sure.
Yeah, yeah, he's a good dude. He always helps me out, gives me tips.
Kokoke up 24. Great drive from Kokoke. He was he unlucky in early run or
lap? Yeah, start of the race. He got caught in T1.
But was he sort of the one who caused it? Two drivers collided, I think.
No, it was
all
Brandon Tabone. He lost it on his own, didn't he?
No, there was a separate incident though. Tabone lost it by himself, and then there was 3 cars who collided further back. I think Bari was the one who got really unlucky. I think it may have been, but yeah.
Yeah, not Brandon Tabone's day, losing it on his own, lap 1, race 1, up, rally on.
Yeah.
Very unlike him. Yeah, that's 3 accurate incidents we've seen where slight rear looseness, they touch a small curb and die.
Yeah. So Janowski now ahead of Maglioli, who actually should have a decent race. Well, Maglioli, he started from the back in race 1, and he's going to get a few more points than other drivers. How fast are these guys catching up? On that last lap, they actually matched the race leader. Mishka's got good pace. Shepherds has got good pace. He got past Corsham, and I'm not sure if we saw that earlier on, but Shepherds is up into 2nd place, and then these guys in 4th and 5th. Frankly, it might be a bit of a dull rest of the race. Mishka looks fairly unbeatable out in the front. Shepherds and Korshavin look evenly matched, and these guys aren't quick enough to catch up. So, and then I think the car directly in front of these guys might be Bari, actually. Is it Bari? Oh no, it is Korshavin. He's up ahead. But yeah, they're over 2 seconds behind. 14 minutes to go.
Yes, indeed. What a lap. Let's see, 16.6 there. Still 2 seconds off though, and yeah, Korshavin's he makes his car wide.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, they've overshot as well. I mean, in a way, do you think there's an element when it comes to a race like this where you've just seen Tailman, who's literally the guy who you're trying to beat in the championship, crash and having an awful round? It must be tricky to be in 4th and 5th and really get motivated to win the race, right? Like, I know if you are thinking about the championship game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're in a championship, you focus on winning the championship. But this is a struggle right now. If I'm guessing, I think Lecine doesn't look too comfortable in the car. It looks like it's fast enough, but it doesn't look like it's too comfortable. As we see what the Cold Ice team do best, driving around together.
Stefano Senna has gone off. He had a brilliant avoid earlier on to avoid one of the Italian drivers, Tokyo.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
But he's had an off, but he's back on again. Not gone too badly for him. But you're absolutely right about Cold Ice Esports. Usually qualify together, usually race together. And this is a nice place for them to be. Schuttler has got past Britones for 19th place. He's now up 10 places from his race start. Britones might lose another one to Hodgson as well.
Viella and Lecine just swapped positions, but they swapped back, so we obviously missed something. I think Lecine is struggling.
Well, he's got a bit of front damage. I'm half surprised that they haven't got Viella to sort of drag him along.
Yeah, not sure.
Because they do want Lecine to be ahead for the championship cause. Lecine will be championship leader if it ends like this. By a decent margin as well. Because didn't have a good Suzuka round. The two of them barely got a lap in during the wet Suzuka qualifying, then I think gained about 40 places each come the race. Still wasn't a great result though for them. But besides that, they have been very, very tricky to beat. Really strong at Hockenheim. Lecine won that one. They dominated at Daytona. And they weren't bad at Road Atlanta. Of course, they won earlier on today as well.
Yep. I will mention the Cold Ice boys were 1st and 2nd at one point.
Yeah.
Then one died and the other died. It's tough. Okay, some more replays coming in. Whoa!
Oh, you know what? I think that's going to be a penalty for Alfie.
I agree.
You need to be bringing your car back safely to the pits.
I agree.
He's wiped out. Is that Barry behind? He's had no luck today. Barry's been wiped out through no fault of his own through both races.
Is this weapon to Senna? Oh!
Hey, so we've got
again a little bit of
another bit of smoke.
Yeah, what is it? Look again on the rear right, a little lock before he spins. Huh? I've never. Was it? It wasn't an Acura last. No, it wasn't. Was it? It was a.
Not sure.
Ferrari, I think, last time. Yeah, very strange. An outside rear right. Yeah, I'm not sure. But every time we see the smoke, but then again, it might be showing the smoke every corner, and we're only showing the spins.
Shepers has made a mistake. There is Shepers. Oh no. Well, it was looking like a really good result for Impulse Racing. They were going to get a 1st and 2nd, right? And Shepers is, he's struggling to even get out the gravel now. You should be able to ease on the throttle usually, but
just pull 6th and rev. If you can't work it out, just pull 6th gear and rev if you're listening.
I wonder if that's even a hardware issue, because that's an early place to.
Good point. Good point. So he might be not just struggling in the sand, but struggling to get his car going.
That is an awful time. That was going to be Shepard's best result of the season, I believe. Means that Lecine is up into 3rd, and Corchamp's going to be vulnerable now because he was happily sitting in the draft of the car ahead, and now he's a bit of a lone wolf.
All right, we got a replay of what happened. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. Let's see what goes wrong. Is it? It's wheelbase.
Yeah, that is completely still, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, wheelbase. I mean, he's got a magic wheelbase though. Have you ever seen a wheelbase turn off and your car goes straight?
Yeah, usually it's
left. Mine goes left. I remember a top split race here. I'd out-qualified myself. Really excited. Top of Radion. 100% force feedback to the left. I remember trying to fight it, but I couldn't. I slammed into the wall.
Sure.
At Road Atlanta once it happened to me. It snapped left, but I did catch it, and I was going down the straight with max Newton meter to the left while I'm trying to hold it straight.
Sure.
Went to turn left. It's possible. Like, how do I release 25 Newton meter gently?
Sure, yeah.
After that particular, I was fuming because it was like, there was some, I was fuming.
Of course, a reminder about the late Apex that we host here at Apex Racing TV, me and David presenting. So on every Thursday at 4 o'clock, because we did record one earlier on. It's on the Apex Racing TV YouTube channel. But you can also tune in to listen to it on podcast. It's not up at the moment, this kind of episode, but I'll post it up after this race is complete. And you can listen to it on whatever podcast platform you have. So yeah, do check out the late Apex. This week we were discussing Rennsport announcing the full release of their simulator. Also, of course, iRacing Week 13, our thoughts on a few of the elements, motorsport games news, and karting sims, and Apex Racing TV team news as well.
And if you go on a nice long drive, we did a nice long episode.
Oh, we also did some F1 fantasy picks as well.
We did, yeah.
So you can berate us over me picking Nico Hulkenberg in my squad.
And me picking only blue.
Only blue.
Williams, Racing Balls, and Red Bull.
And yeah.
That's the only manufacturers and drivers I picked. Insane.
Taboni up 27. He's got Heindel in front of him. Heindel looking to gain a lot of results. It hasn't been that high a race in terms of attrition, but the drivers who have gone out have been some big names, I would say.
Yeah, Sheffers, Talman, Meyer, Torquio. That's big for the championship. But what's even bigger is the way it's played out for the Valkyrie boys. A 1 and 2, and at the moment a 3 and 4.
It feels like they haven't, as Tabone moves up to 13th place.
Very nicely done.
It feels like they haven't overtaken anyone, and if anything, they lost places.
If anything, they've made mistakes, dropped back, yeah.
And here they are, 3rd and 4th. Might get 2nd and 3rd still.
It's almost like the laps we're not watching are quite quick from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Brandon's got one more driver, Anders Mag, look to pass, but then it is Pierre Butsu, not going to be the easiest man to pass, as we know. But he's doing a grand old job.
Back to this battle, Macchioli versus Janowski. These guys have been glued to one another quite a bit for this race. They're now 2 seconds behind Dustin Rinker, who, of course, had a collision in race 1. Was going to have a very good result, but then binned it by himself at Radion. He's running in 29th place. Of course, Occhipinti still leader of the amateurs. What a result this will be for Occhipinti. Championship leader going into this round. But he will extend his championship lead even further. Korshevin in 2nd place. This would be his best result in Apex Racing League history. I think he's gradually improved his results as the season's gone on.
Yeah, he's, like you say, vulnerable after what happened with Raymond Sheffers.
He's got Jordan Rhodes, who he'll be asking to give a bit of a draft as well. Not sure if Rhodes will help too much, but Lassine's not exactly got a good run coming out of the source.
No, and Korshevin knows how to defend. We've seen it time and time again. He's not one to give away positions. Yeah, very strong result. Those 4 boys can work together, although they don't seem like they're going to be able to find close. Well, this is a good run. The Ford isn't.
Yeah, they're gaining a lot, aren't they?
Yeah, not slow.
Here he goes. Well, if they can get anywhere near coming out of the source, so they can be like, I think he was over half a second behind, and he still nearly got him at the end of the Camel straight. So if he can be 3/10 behind coming out of the source, I think Lassine will easily be passed halfway down the Camel.
Yeah, Lassine's Ford has got some horses by the looks of it. So this is a lapper, correct?
Yeah, this is Jordan Rhodes ahead. And Rhodes does a very good job of getting out of the way.
Yep, superstar. Do you like the sound of the Ford? And the height, it looks like you're in a truck.
Yeah.
And you're coming up on a toy car. I mean, I'm not an Acura fan at all. I mean, I did Bathurst 12 in it. It got us our podium. I'm very happy. But I still don't like it. I mean, it's a Honda, right?
And you don't like that, or
No, I like
or you
Honda.
just think it should be called a
Yeah,
Honda?
just be called a Honda. I think it's just called Acura for Americans, so they know what it is. I think that is what it is. Being in England, we have the same thing, right? Vauxhall. There's no Vauxhall.
Yeah, Opal.
Opal, yeah. It's for English people because they don't know what they might think we're talking about Opal mints or Opal fruits or whatever. Strange how the world works.
So will Lasine go for it into the bus stop? He's gonna take a 1X.
No, he's got that defended. Driver of the day, Brandon Tabone, Peter Muller said. For race 2. Yes, not for race 1. I love Brandon, but he binned it on his own.
I think Frederick Kokoch would be up there as well for myself. Again, I think he may have caused his own deficits in race 1, but he's up 25 places in race 2.
Greg in chat, who is American, is reminding me to watch it. I have met Greg. He's a very nice guy. Came over to visit.
Yep. This is going to be very, very easy for Lasine.
Yeah, I don't see how he's going to stop this. Lasine seems to... That's quite some setup. Well, and driver. But, like we mentioned, Corchevin does not give away free positions. So, yeah. Not going to be easy. Oh, no.
Oh, they're bumping doors throughout. Corchevin's surely going to stay ahead here, but the better run will be for Lasine. He gets his nose ahead. Next up comes Bruxelles. How hard will Corchevin drive this in? Of course, the outside will turn into the inside for No Name, unless Corchevin can get completely clear. He's trying to force him out, and I think he's just clear. Contact, it was netcode. You could clearly see.
Yeah, but that's such a shame.
And Corchevin's hit the wall as well. He might even have to toe back from there.
Yeah, I mean, they were just alongside when it happened. I mean, Corchevin has every right to feel super angry right now. When he sees it, it's a shame.
But yeah, nothing that either did wrong.
No.
Yeah, Corchevin's going to take that one back. What a good points haul it could have been. And another one of our front runners goes out of the race. Really high attrition rate from the top 10 drivers.
I am doing my best to not rant right now. Really am. I really am. I'm doing so well.
I mean, it's frustrating as well, of course, with the contact model as well, that is as big a bounce as it is. That's not like a tap. That's
it's
bosh.
It's beyond fathomable. It's so frustrating. We don't want a lot. We didn't need a new UI or glossier track. It's so frustrating. Yeah. Just, I would rather the cars go inside each other accidentally every now and then. We never see that. Let that happen accidentally.
Yeah.
Like if those guys had gone 2 inches inside each other's body rather than the explosion that happens.
Yeah.
What a shame. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really odd as well because they were sort of similar distance to one another throughout, but it's just on that turn left. It's expecting the board to continue going right. And
yeah, that's it.
so other team is going to switch places here. This would be unusual. Biella now moves ahead. It is with the white flag lap now. They only actually just got in the extra lap by about 20 seconds, I think. But Lasine is the one going for the championship, so I'm really surprised that they've swapped rounds.
I assume... No, I'm trying to think of something clever there. No, I can't think of anything clever. I was going to say they're swapping it around in case one of them had a penalty, but that would make it worse, wouldn't it?
Abithu is going to get past Hutchinson. Hutchinson, by the way, we haven't really talked about him. Amazing race for Hutchinson. This is really good for his championship. Abithu gets past regardless, though, and is up into P9, but Hutchinson will take that and run with it because we've got 18th in race 1 as well.
Tabone up 30.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he brought it on himself, like most of these, but still. Yeah, let's not forget why most of those 30 exist.
Yeah.
But still, a solid job.
This man, though, over 6 seconds clear is going to be one of our biggest, I think it will be our biggest winning margin so far this season. And, well, he did look good. I did put him as my favourite before race 2. And he has delivered a brilliant start because he had that slowdown on lap 2, which very much scuppered his progress. It could have been probably 10 seconds if it weren't for that slowdown, but he's been able to cruise out in the lead nonetheless. And of course, with Telman having an awful round, he might even be up into second place in the championship after this. Leon Mishka around the final corner, and he gets some glory for impulse racing by Tam Livery. He wins race 2 at Spa. Viela's going to be the highest, or Lassine's going to be the highest scoring driver across the evening, though he finishes behind Viela, which is a curious decision for them to make, but it is the decision they have made. Euler is going to get past Brown. Brown loses places. Oh no, so this is the second race in a row where Brown has lost places at the final chicane, and he ran out of fuel. Incredible. That final corner, both races for Brown combined, losing him about 10 places this evening.
Yeah, what a shame. I just realised Oshapinti was caught up in that big wreck in the first race as well, so he's had a good race. Frederick Koch. Yeah, so the big gainers, Frederick Koch, Brandon Tabone, and...
oh, Messina's not making that. Petrosan, can he get him?
Oh.
Messina's going to hold on?
Yeah. What a shame for Korshvin. Oh.
Oh, come on.
We're watching.
Calm down.
We are watching, but we aren't the stewards, so.
No.
Thank God, eh?
Yeah, plenty of incidents in that one. A very dramatic race. I wouldn't say the driving standards were bad or anything, but just lots of, yeah, just a really dramatic race. I felt like a lot happened in that race too.
Oh yeah, one focal point. But yeah, there's never a place for retaliation. We have to remember that.
No.
Yeah, I think it was good racing. It was tough. Some of the major accidents were just all accidental. I think lap 1 was impressive in that second race. But yeah, I mean, we were robbed of probably the best battle there with Korshvin dying the way he did. I think that's a real shame because, yeah, he was putting up a fight, and then you had the teammates who were going to work together. I think we got robbed of something there. And Valkyrie boys are going to score massive now. But again, I agree with you. I don't think there was anything wrong with either of their lines. I think it was completely fair.
Yeah.
Just iRacing had a quick nap.
Yes, yeah. So Valkyrie will be miles ahead now in the championship with the bad round for Delichas. Of course, Abithi managing to take up some of the slack with Telman and Veal both dropping back, crashing into one another, of course.
Raymond Schiffer's in chat. Simacube 2 disconnected.
Wow.
No way. Get rid of that USB cable. In that USB cable, get a new one and put it in a new slot in the motherboard. Carry on, Sam.
Yes. There were the results. Mishka beating out Viela and Lassine. Vist finishing top of the Pro-Ams. He missed out on the reverse grid pole. It really didn't matter. I mean, I think it kept him clean in the end. We saw a couple of our front runners get caught up in incidents, and Vist didn't, so well done to him. Hutchinson, great result for him, really delivering on the pace that he showed at Hockenheim. Still as qualifying, could maybe do with some work, but in the races he's looking very good right now. And Maya was third place out of the AMs. Ochapinti 15th overall, huge points haul for Ochapinti. We'll have a bit of a cushion now in the championship. Bretones as well scoring good points today, and Simon Andre Livingston, I don't think his best evening ever. He's quite often faster than a couple of the AMs that he lost to today, but he still scored very good points. I think he maximised it out there. We didn't really see him out on track that much, and that's usually a good sign. Let's have a chat with one or two of our drivers then.
Unless they were involved in a heated battle.
Yes. Well, neither of these guys were. I think first up, I'll drag up Corentin Lazine, because he managed to win race 1 and then finished in P3 in race 2. Corentin, congratulations. That is a very good points haul. It's no surprise you are now the championship leader as well. Talk us through qualifying first up, because it looked like another really good lap.
Yeah. Hello everyone. Yes, this was a good race. It was fun, and so qualifying, I was only able to put 1 lap. Luckily, this was the good lap, the only good lap I needed. Some drama with Luca, it's fine. On the first race, we managed to get a good start, and then we start from there. On the second race, this was really good. I mean, the first lap was good. On the second lap, we had some drama in the Eau Rouge with a slowdown. I've tried it to make it on the outside of the track, but didn't manage to do it well, so we went back to our position. And what a shame about the crash on Eau Rouge. I don't know how we survived, but we did.
Yeah, that was pretty scary for you guys. I think it all just happened right in front of you, didn't it? And you managed to survive it.
Yeah, this was a bit scary from our POV.
Yeah, it was a pretty narrow one. And then talk us through that switch at the end of the race, because you were ahead of your teammate for the whole race, but you swapped places on the last lap. What was the logic there?
I mean, he's not too far away from me, so let's get him some point to be back in the championship. He did it for me at the Daytona, so I had to give it to him.
That sounds very fair between you guys. And yeah, talk us through that race too as well, because once there was that big crash at Eau Rouge, Tailman was out of it. Did that affect how you drove at all, sort of knowing that Tailman was out of it and you were going to lead the championship? Did that mean that you were less likely to take risks, or did you drive the exact same as what you otherwise would do?
Exact same. I mean, we had to push to get the podium. We had it. So I think pushing was the right choice.
Yeah, it certainly worked out well for you guys. You maximised the result. Well, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
I mean, big shout out to Andre. We had a good practice. Shout out to the team. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, keep up the good work, Corentin. You're championship leader at the midway stage of the season. And yeah, hope you can go all the way.
Yeah, GG's.
Thank you. Thank you.
Corentin Lazine there, first and third tonight. Who are you going to have a chat with?
Leon. Let me just grab him. Where did you finish race 1?
7th?
I'll let you move up. Hey, Leon, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
First of all, obviously, congratulations on that race 2 win with a dominant gap. I mean, remind me, sorry, race 1 feels like a week ago. How did you get on in race 1? Was it 6th or 7th?
6th in the end.
6th, right, yeah. How did you find it? So obviously the McLaren would be my pick for this track, but yeah, talk me through your quali in both races. How did you find it?
First congratulations to Corentin and the podium for race 1 and the rest of race 2. Quali was quite stressful with having 2 laps only. I did my banker lap quite well, then went full in for the second lap. Didn't pay it out, but yeah, still P5, 5th place after quali. Yeah, could manage that. Took 1 spot right in the beginning of the race, and then a bit of clash with Tailman. I think, it was hard racing. Unfortunately, we glued together in...
I remember. I remember now, yeah.
Yeah, we glued together, unfortunately, and then he spins out. It was hard racing, but unfortunately we glued. It's iRacing at that moment. Yeah,
that's exactly what I said happened. He did pinch you quite aggressively to the inside, but obviously, like you say, it was just hard racing that ended up a shame.
Yeah.
And race 2, up 4 positions, keeping back the Valkyrie boys. Obviously, I say keeping them back. All you had to do was keep eyes forward, right? That gap you built must have felt great, especially with the cold ice guys. I think, one of them, they both ended up dying, if I remember rightly.
One died in the first lap at Blanchimont exit. I was quite... it was a jump scare to be seen, like he went instantly straight 90 degrees to the right, unfortunately for him. Could then overtake Daniel. He unfortunately got taken out by Alexis Viel out of the top of the Eau Rouge. Unfortunately for them, and then I didn't know I'm out of tow and can manage it. I had the pace to basically keep all drivers out of tow, and yeah, I managed that down to the win.
Excellent. Are you a Spa fan? I'm assuming so, the way you drive it.
Not really. It's I mean it's a nice track. I love it, but I don't get into the track. It's not my track. My tracks are the tricky ones, like the 90 degrees corners or like the street circuits.
Okay, nice. Okay, good. Well, again, congratulations on a mega win, because that's a very stacked field, so you should be very proud. Is anyone like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, to my team and to my family.
Excellent, mate. Again, congratulations. Hope to speak to you next round.
Thanks. See you soon.
Yep.
Leon Mishka there, winner in race 2. I just realised because he's won both race 2s in the double race formats we've had this season. So
yeah, he's a very good driver. Another one of those Tauman, Korchevin, very strong, wide arms on the track. The battling we like to watch, but fair. And very quick, obviously, as we saw. You don't accidentally win at Spa.
No. We've got another double race format next time out. Next round is Donington. Oof. On the national layout, so we don't have to fiddle around with the silly hairpins, which I hate.
Some tricky ones coming up now. We've got the tighter ones, Donington, Long Beach and Imola.
Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, I love Imola racing. It's brilliant. Long Beach racing is what it is. Make sure you know you're qualifying. Donington's one of those, depends how well you know it. If you spend a couple of hours or a couple of years, it's quite the difference.
Sure.
Yeah, so we shall see.
Yeah, that will be a lot of fun for that one. Of course, that will be back in 2 weeks' time. Next week, of course, we have got the Apex Racing Academy Sebring 2.4 hours that we'll be broadcasting from here, as well as, of course, the late Apex that we're broadcasting. And, of course, a reminder, one last time, about the Apex Racing Academy Sebring 12 hours offer. Free GT3, GTD setups for anyone who wants them. Just go to apexracingac.com. Click on the Sebring 2025 button at the top of the page, and then put in your email, and you can have those emails, setups emailed to you, as well as a track guide from Jamie Fluke. So it's certainly worth doing. Of course, if you've enjoyed this broadcast, please do leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel. Got plenty more action coming up later on as well, because we've got Radicals tomorrow. We've got Rick Tech on Monday evenings. We've got ARL Prototype Championship. That's on a week break because of week 13, but that will be back fairly soon, of course, with the new reworked GTP cars. Entries are open for that as well, by the way, on apexracingleague.com. And, of course, check out our social media as well on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, from David Sampson, and from everyone here at the Apex Racing TV Esports Studio, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you back next time for Donington for round 6 of the championship. See you then.
Ciao.